All right, here up at No Reserve, we have probably one of the nicest 2000 Ford Ranger 4x4s on the planet. This is a one owner. It's always been around here locally, just not too far away from where I am now. It was purchased new at Snow Country Ford. It's got, it's kind of interesting. It's got the window sticker, which is awesome. That sells deal Ford, so they must have done a dealer trade at some point for this. And I can see why the owner would want it, because it's got business cards for Snow Country Ford and dealer plate, the original dealer plate frames. It's got the original brochure. All that stuff will be in the photos. It's bright red clear coat, and it's got the medium graphite cloth interior. But this has every option you could get. It's got the, it's a monochrome red, which is really tough to find. It's got factory Ford bed liner, factory Ford rubber bed mat. It's got the factory Ford running boards, kind of Nerf bar side steps, the premium wheels, CD player, cassette. This thing is just unbelievable. It's always been garaged. It's just, you look at the rubbers, you look at all the trim, like you look around here and you see all the plastics, no dressings on this or anything. You look at all the rubber trims around the windows, how nice and black they still are. You got even the canopy, like, the canopies are always aftermarket, so the pieces are never really as good as the truck is. So like a lot of times you'll have clear coat issues, which you don't have. But look how nice the black is along here. It's been on its whole life. So the bed sides are just immaculate. I mean, this truck on the outside, I'd say it's perfect, but for some reason I think it had a really shallow garage, and the front bumper, he's got some scuffs on, you'll see, and I'll kind of do the walk around. That besides a couple little areas I'll point out, this thing is unreal. All original paint, not a ding or dent on this body, not a scratch. Has a couple tiny little guys. So I'll go ahead and get in and kind of start walking around with that stuff. But I love this body style. You'll see on some of my sales, I've had quite a few of these. I just love this era of the Ranger. It's just the best to me. So we'll step in here. You'll see you're gonna have a couple little areas where you get some stone chips in the front of the grill as expected. It's hard to believe this baby's 25 years old. You have a little scratch. That's kind of the biggest part of it. No clear coat issues. You look at those body lines, are just beautiful. All of the lenses are bright and smooth and shiny. They don't have that dry, oxidized, flat feel and look. Looks like he must be at something close to the garage, because you can see he kind of marked up that a little bit. So you could easily have this bumper taken off and painted. It wouldn't be but a couple $100. If it had the chrome package, you probably wouldn't even notice. But again, you see all of how bright and clear these are. No cracks or chips. Don't have any stars or anything in the Ford emblem, which is amazing. And of course, it has the XLT package. Almost no miles on the tires, so it's basically like a metric, pretty close to 31, but it's a 245 75 R16. And these are the premium wheel. These were the best option, and to me, it's the best looking wheel. I put these wheels a couple times on some other trucks just because they look so great. You can find a lot of time on the Explorer and stuff like that. But they have a 2020 date code, but you can see there's almost no miles. Tires are from Costco. And you just look down the body, it's just beautiful. Got a little, oh, that says something on this. She's not even a scratch, but here's, oh, there's the little scratch I was thinking of. A little nick. Got a little chip right there. A little bit of the door edge wear, you'll see. Some little chipping on the very edge door, but you could touch that up. And then this is about the second worst on the whole truck. You see inside the gas door is nice and clean. Factory fender flares. Tail lights are nice and smooth and shiny, just like the front lights. It's got the 4x4 sport decal, and the sport package is part of the monochrome, all one color. Oh yeah, so it does have one dent. I was thinking this one right here, where it looks like the bumper got pushed in the body, and then the bumper flexed back a little bit, so the bumper's no longer against the body. But I forgot this does have this down here, but other than this is it. Nice Ford emblem. Canopy locks easy. Rear hatch stays up. You can see it's got the factory Ford bed liner, not an aftermarket one. You can still see the factory decal. I mean, this is what's nice about garage low mile trucks. This one's got 106,000, but all of these anodized aluminum pieces are still nice and bright. You kind of forget what they look like when they were new, when you've been dealing with a bunch of old trucks. The inside is fully carpeted. Oh, and when I was talking about the second worst spot, so this is the worst spot. I'm not sure what would cause this. Probably was something when the tailgate was down, but it did chip out the paint right here. This red reminds me a lot of the Chevy Victory Red. It's one of the best reds out there. It is so bright and just a great color of red. It's got the perfect amount of white and yellows in it, and reds and oranges, so it just makes that perfect kind of cherry red color. You can see how nice all the emblems are. These factory, you rarely see these factory Nerf bar steps. They're awesome. We'll go around and go to the driver's side. No issues with the antenna. Wipers are looking good. You can see the nice gap on the back. No curbs on any of the wheels. You can see that right here is kind of just shows the care the truck got. You notice it wasn't always taken through car washes. It was always taken care of. Look at the painted coves on these wheels are still nice and shiny and smooth. So this is 2000, so it has the 4-door. This suicide rear doors. And it's really just perfect in here. Has all its original factory floor mats. Not a mark, nick on the seats. No cigarette burns. Never been smoked in. Carpet's just perfect underneath. Got your little fold down seats. And look at the paint throughout the door jambs. It's just crazy. The door panel doesn't have any fading. There's no little nicks. You'll get that sometimes in the vinyl. All the switches are nice and clear. I think factory Ranger floor mats. A little dirty right here from driving, but it's just mint, perfect underneath. I've got photos of all that. A little bit of wear on the foot pedal pad. This folds up. You got your little center console. I got my camera case and a little cloth in there. Lots of areas for cup holders. This is the era when they finally were starting to put those in. Got some back here for the back passengers. There's no sagging or holes or marks in the headliner. See how beautiful that is. You got your factory VIN decal. I'll go ahead and pop the hood. Again, you can see it's just perfect. There's not a mark or scratch on the dash, the glove box. This floor mat's is perfect. You can see underneath the carpet's perfect. No staining or dark areas. Little seat. My kids love these seats. I grew up in my dad had an 84 S10, same kind of seats, and I loved them too. It's just fun. Got the original owner's manual sitting in here, and what is really hard to find has the original key. These are usually long lost for your spare tire. Without that, you are in trouble. So it's got original salesman cards. So what's really cool to see, it's got these old photos on there of what was current at the time. But you'll see all your options here. You see it was, they must have done a dealer trade at some point, but 24,000 bucks got you a brand new 4x4 Ford Ranger. Wish that was still the case today. But I will have photos, close-up photos of that if you want to look at all the options and everything. In here it's clean. It's still got some little dirt and grime in some spots, but it's really clean. It's not, you know, sprayed with Armor All spray everywhere. You know, you can see it's just really nice condition plastics. I love seeing that he replaced it with a Motorcraft battery. You can see all my core supports in beautiful shape. Never had any collision damage or paint work. Original markings. You can see the steering column shafts, how nice and shiny it is. I'll get some photos of the underside. It's factory undercoated truck, so it's not going to be all nice and shiny underneath, but it's really nice and clean and honest. And this is going at no reserve. It's a one owner 2000 Ford Ranger Sport 4x4 with the XLT package. All right, so good luck.